Hey everyone, Matt Klinger here. Good to see you all. Glad you could join us for this evening's meeting. So I've got a couple pieces of equipment I was going to talk about. First, a modification to my tripod. I got tired of having to put the tripod back in its case anytime I was out shooting landscapes and wanted to move from one location to another, or just carrying it by hand. So I attached some zip ties to the bottom and to the top of my tripod, right here. And then I used an old strap from an old briefcase or a piece of luggage, I don't recall which, and simply clip that on there. So now I can throw this over my shoulder and hands free and walk to the next location and set the tripod up again without too much effort. So it's been really handy and convenient for me. So that's the first thing. Second thing, for those of you that have never actually looked at these very closely, this has been a really helpful thing for me, which is the hand strap on my camera. I don't use the neck straps anymore, with the exception of if I'm doing an event of some sort and I'm carrying two cameras, then I'll use a dual strap. But short of that, I never have a neck strap on the camera. I just find it gets in my way. But the hand strap, really handy. I mean, it keeps the camera on there nice and snug. I don't have to worry about dropping it. And it also, this particular brand, it's a Spyder holster, has a snap that you can undo and wrap that around your wrist and snap it back. And now I literally can't get it off. I mean, there's no way that it falls off. So if I'm someplace over water, someplace high up, whatever, that I want to make real sure that the camera's going to stay with me, I just wrap that around my wrist like that. Otherwise, I keep this as it was before, just kind of wrapped around here a couple times. And you'll see here, boom, boom, like that. Snap it back, and it just makes a nice snug fit, right? Never in the way. Gives me a little sense of security knowing that I've got it on there like that. Very helpful. Third thing is, let me raise my tripod up here. There we go. Is if you do landscapes in particular, although this would work for a variety of different applications, I use what's known as an L bracket. It's an aftermarket attachment. I think I bought these at B&H Photo. But you can see that it's if you can see right there, it's a plate that attaches to your camera, and essentially what it does is, if I'm shooting in landscape mode, I can pop it on there, and it attaches like an L plate or an Arca Swiss plate. But if I then want to go and I want to shoot in a portrait mode, I can just take the camera and rotate it and clip it back in there and tighten it up, and I'm good to go. So it eliminates the necessity for having to manipulate the top of your tripod head and lay it over 90 degrees in order to be able to change orientation. Really helpful. The other thing it does is just gives a little extra protection to the camera, because now you've got this L bracket on the bottom and the side, so those two sides of the camera are reinforced. And you can buy these so that if you're using a battery grip for the extra battery for your camera, that you can buy one of these that will fit your particular camera with the battery grip on there as well. And I've done that already, and I've got one of those for another camera. And that helps a whole heck of a lot too, in terms of keeping that battery grip on there and feeling really tight and secure. You never have to worry about that connection. So those are three things. I've got a few more, but I'll be back in another video. Thanks.